Hello there everyone, welcome back to the Bournemouth career mode on Football Manager 2017. Today it's time for episode 3, and that is of course the third episode of the 2016-17 season. Technically the 2017-18 season, but don't confuse yourself too much. If you haven't watched this before, I'm using the updated database for the Premier League season. And so far we've had 2 episodes. In the first episode, we beat Chelsea in our first game of the season as defending champions, and then we lost to Huddersfield. Second episode, we beat Liverpool in the Cup, and then we lost to Palace in the league. So you can kind of see what trend this series is going in now. Since you have last been with me, we played quite a few games. As you can see, we've had a really good start. 18 points off 11 games. And just a quick note, I am using OBS for this video. Fingers crossed it works. It's a little bit of a decrease in quality, but it helps me out massively, significantly in video time. So I hope you guys are okay with that. So let's have a look at the schedule. So you left me after Crystal Palace. Now, as you can see, after that, it hasn't been too brilliant. We beat Liverpool in the league, which is brilliant. It seems that we've had quite a good run against the big teams until we played Arsenal and Chelsea. But we were beaten against Brighton. Berbatov scoring both goals for them, amazing. And then we lost 6-1 to Arsenal, which Everton have also lost by that scoreline to them today in Football Manager. And unfortunately, my playing style is never to give up. So we were 3-1 down. And I just wanted to keep going, but they just kept scoring, so we had to go and contain after Giroud scored his 6th goal, so that wasn't brilliant. And then unfortunately we did go out in the EFL Cup 4th round against Chelsea, and our home duck was also broken, of course, against Arsenal and Chelsea, and we did lose our first 2 home games there, but oh well. But Aaron Lennon didn't get his first goal, and as you can see in these 3 games, Aaron Lennon has scored in all 3 games. This game, though, against Southampton in the league, we went back to the 4-2-2-2. Is it the 4-2-2-2? It's something like that. No, it's the 4-2-3-1. Yeah, that's right. And we won that game 3-2. It was really close. Southampton actually top of the table as we played them. And Lis Musit made his first appearance for us. I just thought the strikers weren't playing too well. As you can see, only 1 goal against Brighton, Arsenal and Chelsea. Same as for Palace as well. So I wanted to see what the youngster was like. And yeah, he did really well there. And against Leicester, wow. Fantastic game. Musit getting 3 goals. Only criticism is that Arta missed his penalty, but oh well, that was a fantastic game. I did record that, unfortunately, fortunately as a test recording. But unfortunately, I'd upgraded the settings a bit too much from my OBS, and it went mad. So unfortunately, I couldn't show you that game. But the game we're going to do today is against oh my god, my voice just broke. City against City away from home, and then get to the Dean Court to play Burnley. So what's happened since you have been away? Not much really. Apart from injuries. Where is the injury list? There we go, injury table. Jordan Iye's been out for a while, meaning that Aaron Lennon could come more into the team, but Charlie Daniels is out for 2 or 3 weeks. He's actually been out for the previous 4 weeks, and there's Joe there saying good luck. I might have to put, well, it doesn't matter. But Charlie Daniels has been out for about 4 weeks, and he's going to be out for a further 3 weeks. But today, that is going to be our lineup for the game. I was going to play Musit, but for such a big game, I don't really want to oh my god, I can't speak. Risk him and maybe, you know, knock his confidence. But we're going to go with Begovic in goal, Francis Ake, Cook and Mings across the back, Arta and Pereira in the middle, and then Purephobie Lennon just behind the sole striker today, Callum Wilson. I'm not expecting anything out of this match, a bit like any of the top flight matches so far in terms of the big teams. But you know, we can just try our best, and that is all that matters. As long as we keep it a respectable result at the Etihad as well, I think we should be alright. So we kick off then, and this looks alright. Hopefully the quality's alright. It's not too brilliant because OBS does downscale it to 720p, but as I said, this saves me masses of time, so I'd really appreciate it if you guys could understand that. So, we're about 16 minutes in now, and Pugh's put it, was it Pugh? Yeah, he's put it forward to Wilson. Wilson still got the ball, and that was a shocking shot. We've actually had 57% of possession so far, and that is quite an incredible start against City here, but we're pretty much midway through the first half, and nothing really happening in this game. I'll take a 0-0 against City, to be honest. Anyway, Bernardo puts it in, Arta gets it out, he needs to get that straight to Wilson, which he has done. Can he get it past the 2 City defenders? They've got a really strong defence, I think, this season, but he's passed it to Phobie passes to Pure on the wing, but nothing unfortunately comes of that. Now it goes to David Silva. Aguero, is he going to square it? Yes, he will, I bet. To Bernardo, and Begovic saves. Fantastic, he's come alive in the last few games, Asmir Begovic, and that's really helped with our defending aims of keeping a clean sheet. but De Bruyne puts it in, and they've signed Emre Can, of course, for 100 million, if you didn't see that in the first video. That is bonkers. Even as a Liverpool fan, I wouldn't pay 100 million for him. But a very good start to this game against City. I'm pleased with that. It's 0-0, of course. We've just come back from an international break. I forgot to mention that to you guys. But yeah, we just come back from an international break. In terms of changes at half-time, Lennon looks quite tired, so we will bring Jordan Ibe back for his post-injury return. So I think it's fair to say there's no pressure on him today, because, you know, he's just come back from injury and we don't expect much of him. For some reason, apparently we took 2 Aaron Lennons off and brought 2 Jordan Ibes off, but nice clearance by Nathan Ake to take that out. And if this is 0-0, I'd be quite happy with it, but I can just feel, I can just sense that City might get a few goals this half. But anyway, Mangala, nice one, Francis. Gets the ball, passes it forward to Wilson. Harry Arter, still Harry Arter. Can you put it over to the wing? No, he's dispossessed by Nicolas Otamendi. Puts forward to Bernardo Silva. Aguero through on goal, and he does unfortunately score. And City are 1-0 up. No less than we expected, but this game is just glitching. It seems that Lennon's coming off about 10,000 times now. But, you know, it's to be expected. I'm not too fussed about a loss at City. As long as we go and win at home against Burnley, that's the most important thing. But as you can see, Bernardo Silva, pass it forward to Aguero. And unfortunately, there's nothing really that Begovic can do to stop that. Now, Kyle Walker puts it in, but Steve Cook gets it. Pereira, Afobe, can he put it forward to Wilson? No, he can't really. The Man City defence do clear it, but Walker's had a disaster there. Wilson should get it, but no, nothing comes of it. But Pugh still got it on the wing. Passes back to Mings. Pereira, Afobe, still Afobe. Passes it back to Cook. Can he put a lofted ball in? Just passes it nicely to Arter across the ground. Arter puts it to Ibe on the wing. Can he get his first assist since he's been back? Ibe puts it in. And nothing comes of it, but Can has got it. Bernardo Silva now. He's running through our defence. This isn't good so far. Can we stop him? But it's a bad shot anyway. And I think what we will do, because he's been playing well so far, is bring Lis Musit. I think it's Lis Musit anyway. And try and get a goal with him. But decent scoreline at the moment. You know, we've beaten Southampton and Leicester in the last 2 games. To lose 1-0 here, I wouldn't be too bothered about that. To be honest, it's not really been an action-packed game, but we are going to go for it now. We're going to go attacking and maybe make our last substitution, which will be Pereira, put him as a advanced playmaker on attack, and then bring Sermon in and just swap Arter and Sermon's roles around. Play him as a deep line playmaker in defence, and there we go. That's satisfied me in terms of my tactical prowess, not. But Sermon enters the fray. We've got 15 minutes left. Can we do anything here? We probably will concede, but oh dear. Sermon and Chan have been off. It looks like they've had a collision of heads or whatever, of chests, whatever. But it looks like it's going to be the end of the game at 1-0. Considering in real life how good City have been in dominating teams, to only lose 1-0 here is not too bad at all. And that means that we've kind of wrapped up the defence, which really pleases me. We've won 77% of tackles, 14 out of 18, which is just brilliant to see. And not much room for error there. However, I think there's definitely an improvement to add on the passing, as we've only completed 64% of passes. But you can't look much into percentages. It's all about that final whistle and what the score is there. And we have lost 1-0 to them. But yeah, putting the result aside, that was definitely a pleasing performance. Now, Chelsea beat Palace 3-0. Nothing out of the ordinary there. And we are 9th in the table, 10 points off the relegation zone. And I'm quite happy with that. So we've got a Friday night game. We'll do that in a minute. But we've got a Friday night game next against Burnley at Dean Court, and I'd hope we can win that. But anyway, let's see how we get on in a week's time. Okay then, guys, we've skipped forward 6 days, and we are at Dean Court ready for the game against Burnley. Only 2 changes to make to the sides today, but Moose in ahead of Wilson and Ibe ahead of Mark Pugh. Some rotational changes, really, and we are ready for the game. Now, I checked out the footage after the City game, and it wasn't too brilliant, but at the same time, there's nothing I really can do about it. I've slightly increased the bitrate for this, which I will just check that there's no warning. Encoding overload. It doesn't look like it, which is really good. But yeah, hopefully we should go and win this match. I'll just check that again, actually, because I can watch the game at the same time as looking at this. Yeah, that looks okay to me on the screen. And there we go, back to FM. So, we've got this game against Burnley. We should really be winning it. But I can sense that we might not do too well. But Harry Arter's brought Hendrick down straight away. We're going to go to control rather than attacking. I just think that we're better on control than attacking. And if they do score against us, then I think we will go to counter-attacking. Now, they've gone very, very defensive, so I reckon we ought to, yeah, just pass into space, nothing really else changing on there. And I think we need to win this game. This is a very important game, and if we do win this, that makes it 21 points off 13 games, which effectively we are within, you know, less than half a season, already halfway to securing our place in the Premier League next season. But Hendrick has a shot. It's saved by Begovic, but I thought, oh god, if that goes over Begovic, that is going straight in. But nothing really happened in the first half. A little bit like the City game. It's typical that I've just the games against Southampton and Leicester, which were brilliant, and Begovic nearly doesn't save that. But the games against Southampton and Leicester, which we dominated and played really well, I didn't record. But these two games that seem to be a bit like board draws aren't doing brilliant. But anyway, Musset puts it in for Lennon. Nothing coming of it there. Mings puts it to Arthur. Will he have a shot? Yes, he will. It's 1-0 to us. Get in there. Fantastic stuff. I will just check the OBS again. I just want to be aware that there is no, you know, encoding overloaded warnings and all that nonsense if you've ever used OBS before. But let's have a look. Mings puts it to Harry Arthur and takes one shot. Oh, sorry about that, folks, with eBay. Just ignore that. But Arthur takes a touch, then has a shot. And he's got a yellow, but he scored and is our man of the match so far. So brilliant start from us, 1-0, just what we wanted. But I can sense a Burnley goal here. I've always been a pessimist. You can tell from what you probably watched so far in episodes 1 and 2 and the City game. I'm very much a pessimist. But that wasn't a goal there. But anyway, Arthur now on the ball. Puts to Lennon on the wing. Will he put it in for that number 31, which I believe is Musset? No, he put it to a phobia though. Will he put it to wide? No, it just doesn't come of anything. And the Burnley defence do get it out. It's quarter to 1, by the way, on a Saturday afternoon, if you're really interested that much. But he wants a word with Mings, and we've got 3 yellow cards now. I might have to change our mentality to stay on feet. I thought we did already have that, but I'll have a look anyway. But Pereira plays it on the edge of half-time to a phobia, to Arthur again. Musset, and he has a shot. It's just off the post and out. I'd say that Tom Heaton's quite a good goalkeeper, though. So we are going to struggle to get many past Burnley today. But that is half-time, and as it says there, really, a phobia is the difference. But, oh, for goodness sake, I keep getting notifications. But, yeah, I'll be back in just a second. Sorry about that, guys. We just started the second half. I've kind of said, really, you're capable of doing better. That's what I do at 1-0. Because they haven't satisfied me immensely, but we have scored a goal. So you can't say, oh, you've played terribly. But at the same time, you can't say, oh, fantastic start. Well done, guys. But you can praise them a little bit. But we're about 55 minutes in. Not really much happening in this game. But if we keep it at 1-0... that wouldn't be too bad at all. Ake's getting tired as well as a phobia. It's all the A's that are getting tired, it seems, today. We'll put Francis in that position. Bring Smith on as a right back. And then promote Pereira to the... oh, what's happened there? Oh, right. The Pereira to the attacking midfielder. And then change these two around. I should really have a... like, it'd be brilliant if you could have like a preset that changes this, if that makes sense. But I'm sure that might be coming for FM18. But anyway, that's 2 substitutions we're going to make. And I'd be quite happy, personally, to keep it at 1-0. That's a clean sheet and 3 points for us, so I'm happy as Larry if that's the case. But not too exciting game. But I hope you are enjoying this series so far. I'm really enjoying recording it and playing the games off camera as my first ever FM series on YouTube. I'm really embracing it and just getting ready for FM18. But Pereira plays to Sermon. Arthur on the ball again. He's been really good today. But to Mings. They've all seemed to have yellow cards. They've all got yellow on them. But Pereira passes to Musset. Back to Arthur. To Pereira. No, it goes to Lennon, actually. Sermon. Arthur, will he get his second goal? He has a shot, and it's 2-0 Bournemouth. And Arthur gets the goal. I believe it's only 2 goals of the season. He's already had 2 penalties and missed them. I might have to change the penalty taker. But, honestly, 21 points from 13 games. A brilliant start for us. Will Burnley spoil the party, though? Doesn't look like it. The time is ticking down. And 2-0 for us would be a brilliant game here. Burnley have had a decent start, actually. 17 points from 13 games. But Palace have had an awful start. Only 3 points from 12 games. And minus 23 on the goal difference count. But that is going to finish today at Dean Court. 2-0 against Burnley. Really nice result. We didn't have the most possession, but it was 48-52. A bit like the Brexit result. But no, we did well today. So we'll be back. Well, we'll be back. We'll probably be back. I reckon we'll do the Boxing Day fixture against West Brom. And the away fixture against Newcastle. Of course, apart from FA Cup now, we've got nothing to do apart from the league. So, that's what you're going to see this season. Fingers crossed could get into Europe next year. Oh, drama. But, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, folks. I've been T.I.J. and I'll see you for episode 4. Goodbye.